Your breakthrough is here. What is my breakthrough? Oh, something that could never be taken away from you. Most things in this world can be taken away. But this breakthrough today can never be taken away. And it's actually the most important thing in life. Your world, your outer world, which was fake, it's going to be different moving forward, starting today. For those that choose through their free will to move forward with their journey. Nothing about this life has been easy. And people stop and they kind of get caught up in that loop. And their life is on repeat. And now, over the past year, especially the past year, it's been quite intense. And you have been cracked open. And today, the world is cracked open. And this day, and this lesson that we're all taking in, is all about the light. And the light is entering the place. Right now, it's the micro and the macrocosm. The light enters you. The electromagnetic field of this world is cracked open right now. And over the next 2 days, there are people that are going to run with this message, and there will be people that get left in the dust. What do you choose on this day? This is a breakthrough that many people have been waiting for. It's a cosmic rebirth. It's a cosmic rebirth because you are learning more about yourself. You knew a lot of these things intuitively since you were a child, when you were a boy, when you were a girl. You knew you were meant for so much more. That season begins today. A lot of the matrix world is backwards. In the wintertime, we're supposed to be very quiet and go inside. A lot of people are running around for all these man-made holidays and so on and so forth. Now is the time. You were planting in the previous season and the season that God put us in. I talk about God's seasons, which are undeniable. You can't escape God's seasons. Try it. See what happens. You were planting seeds in the previous season. Today, in this now moment, with unstoppable force, those seeds that you've planted begin to sprout. This breakthrough will be wrapped up today in one word. Appreciate everyone being on the live stream, the podcast on YouTube Music, watching the replay. Very grateful if you click the like button in the now moment. It pushes this forward. Right now, the energy is able to enter you because of the Russell McFerrin event. We are in the Russell McFerrin event. As I'm leaving this message, it has begun. And just like that shield has been cracked open right now, and the light is able to enter. Rumi said the wound is the place where the light enters you. I know there's many people on this podcast today, and you've had a lot of wounds, especially, in a post-2020 world. Last year was a very pivotal year. And all of this was to crack you open, the micro and the macro. So during the Russell McFerrin event, as this world is now cracked open and this cosmic energy, the light energy is pouring into you. And this event happens every year at this time, but this is a time in year one. If you did not know, this is year one. This is the fire horse year. There's many other synchronicities about this year, and there's nothing like this year. This is a total shift for the basis, the foundation of humanity. And there are people that are focusing their attention on this podcast all the way through. You are the new leaders of the new earth. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're a new leader. It's good to see you. All the leaders are coming out. Remember the old guard? They used to have all those little meetings and stuff. They go on their private jets. You're the leader now. Look at you. Oh, it's listen, I hope everyone hears me. This life is a joke. Have fun with this life. It's literally a joke, okay? A lot of people have woken up to this, all right? So start having fun. Now, don't take life too seriously. We all went through it, especially last year, because we all got wounded. But Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Today, the light is entering you. And it's all for one thing, because this one thing is the only thing that matters. Because anything in the physical, anything will be taken away, can be taken away from you. The only thing that can't be taken away from you is your soul. Did you watch my world famous video, The War for Your Soul? It'll be at the end of this one. A lot of people resonated with that. Do you understand the importance of your soul? Anyone? That energy is the most precious resource in the universe. Hi. You are the most, and you're like, I'm the most precious resource in the universe? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're the most precious resource in the universe. And a lot of you are empaths and loving people, but we had to go into warrior mode. Now, God allowed this onslaught. God allowed these wounds, the destruction of your old life, so that the light can enter you. There's a phrase I use a lot. People don't change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. So if you line that up with Rumi saying the wound is the place that the light enters the body, when you line it up with the Russell McFerrin event and the fissures and the cracks, and it's cracked open, and you're cracked open, and we're all cracked open. Now the light is entering us, and it's entering us very strongly, and we're not going back. On our journey, we have reached a place, because when the frequency shifts, your internal frequency here, upon the major shift, this is a lifelong change, and you can't go back. And you could try to go back, but you're going to feel it. Your body won't allow you to go back. There's certain things that actually make you feel nauseous. If you would like to comment down below, right? If you want to comment live. You're sensitive to these things. Certain things you might have taken part in. You were so, you don't even care about it. Now you're interested in new things. Or you could go back to a previous time in your life and you said, wow, I was right back then. And I saw all this BS belief systems. Maybe on social media, you see a lot of, people that go in front of everyone, have no clue what they're talking about. And you start learning. Wait a second. Wait. This isn't the right thing. So this is why it's about our everyday lives. It's about our everyday lives, and everyone could write it down. And you, the person that's getting this message, this is what the truthful spiritual awakening journey is all about. This is what the true ascension journey, and you could look at me right in the face and you could see the changes, and you can't flinch, and you got to move forward, because the whole shift, it was never about the external authority. It was about the internal authority. I am. Right? You have no idea the power that you possess. Your soul is the most precious resource in this universe. I don't care what anyone wants to tell you. You got to get the gold. You got to get this, right? No, your energy, your soul is the most precious resource in this universe. So in order to achieve the main goal of this breakthrough, everything had to be stripped away. Everything stripped away that was false, so that only the truth can remain. On my journey, I've been on this journey like all of you. And, I could tell the whole world I'm not the same man I was 7 years ago. I learned a lot, accelerated, it picks up, it goes through seasons. God puts us on the threshing floor for a season. knocks all the filth out of our life. We're getting pounded on the threshing floor. Say, what the heck's going? When is this going to stop? It was to get all the fake out of your life. Fake people, fake concepts, fake fake. Your fake programs, your fake, right? This is what it is. This has been happening across the world. All the fake stuff's been knocking off our timeline. And now we're left with the truth. And only the truth remains. It's not about a perfect journey. Like, and that's why everyone goes on this journey, that this authentic journey. And you will be absolutely, and you're saying why it doesn't stop. Because you have to get to the true spiritual alchemy, the Heinrich metamorphosis. You need to be filled with the Holy Spirit fire. It's blazing light, warriors. So all of these things, I talk to all the people of the world, regardless of your learning modality. Wow, I never seen a channel like this. You could click subscribe. I appreciate that. So all of these things, and we're in a time period right now, the Hopi prophecy, and all different people of the world, right? The different colors, classes, and creeds, we're all coming together. It doesn't matter your label. It's about your spiritual growth. So that's why all these labels and concepts and subconscious programs, people that refuse to grow with you, they must be stripped from your life. Because it's all a frequency, and according to the frequency, that's why it's always you, as I've shared. According to the frequency, people will go where they will go. People are going to experience the very intense part of this year coming up. A lot of you know it. And some people are going to view it one way. And some people are going to view it another way. A lot of these things don't make sense. It only makes sense when you see the full picture. And, I was talking to someone, and I was telling her, I said, look at my life. I said, look at my life. I had no clue. I go back in my time machine, in my brain, right? And I go back to where I was pre-2020. And I just go and I say, this is my life now. I would say, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then the journey I had to go through, I went through all these events. I call them quantum events. Check it out on the channel page. They're tough. But there's no way I could have been where I am, achieving all that I have achieved, without going through the threshing floor, going through the process, allowing the light, getting smashed apart. So, when people that have studied Rumi, and you look at how the wound is the place where the light enters you, a lot of people, go and they learn about the quote unquote chosen ones. And it's a term that's used on the internet. And a lot of people know that you go through things to come back with the cure. Some of you have seen that meme on Facebook. You go through these things, and now, right, the wounds, all these things, all the trouble, and you survived it. You survived it. You survived things that other people can't survive, right? That's why God tasks you with specific things. I tell people to stay in there, like I stay in my lane. God has tasked me with these things over here. I focus on these things. And a lot of people that are leaders out there, always remember there's weak-minded people in the world, and because they don't want to do anything. Well, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Anyone want to comment down below? Have you seen that behavior in a modern society? These are people that don't do anything. So on my journey, I have to stay focused exactly on what God has tasked me. And then if God didn't task me to do that, then I'm going to refer to another leader, right? We all bring something different to the table. This is how it looks, right? So, and when you understand the balance, so today is actually about balance. It's balancing the light and the dark in this now moment is perfect balance, as life should be. So when we achieve perfect balance, in spirituality, that is known as achieving balance within the divine masculine and divine feminine. In science, it's called achieving hemisync. And that's what this moment in time is really focusing on, because you cannot be successful in life without embracing, right? It's not all light. You got to have shadows as well. A lot of people didn't do the shadow work, all right? A lot of people they want to shove the dark night of the soul under the rug. I've been through many dark nights of the souls, ladies and gentlemen. When is it going to stop? Anyone, okay? So when you go through it, and that's why I'm able to do this today. So, and think about this. There is a sense of something heavy that has been removed, and that area it's really going to be in your solar plexus. And this was absolutely grueling for many of us over the past year. And I shared this last year where I went through like a 2-month time frame, and they say, oh, look at this guy here. Look at this guy. I wake up in the morning, I would feel my whole solar plexus shaking. And every morning, every rising, when I would get up and rise, right, I would feel the solar plexus shaking uncontrollably, right? Every once in a while, I'll have, and these are called ascension symptoms for those that are new. Every once in a while, I'll still feel that, but this was so imperative. A lot of empaths, people like us, we dealt with anxiety. We wanted calmness. Now, in order for us to move forward in our life, we have to have a calm nervous system, all right? I teach about this. You click subscribe. Oh, I'm learning something new here. Yeah. Your nervous system is going to dictate your reality and your subconscious. And if your nervous system, because we all went through this, especially in a post-2020 world. So what is occurring, there are so many nerves in the solar plexus, right? And a lot of that stomach, you got to listen to your gut. You hear the term, listen to your gut. That brain comes before this brain. This brain comes before this brain. And you know, those that are learning all about this, you know, your heart, 5,000 time magnetic field, electromagnetic field is 5,000 times greater than that brain. You got to get out of that brain. I've been telling people, got to get out of that brain. I know the brain helps us operate on an everyday life basis, but for our soul's growth, for what you were called to. See, like sometimes in the rational mind, and that's what this moment right now for you and me and everyone else. The rational mind, you get the chatter in your head. I talk about that chatter in the head. Get that chatter out. Get the chatter box out. This doesn't rationally make sense. I know, girl. But you got to get into your intuition. You got to get into your heart. But I got to leave my job. I understand, bro. I get it. And every time I went through absolute chaos, I call it quantum chaos. Every time over my life, there's no way that I'm here if God did not put me through these things. There's no way. I know this. I could share this. Now you could share it now that you have a sense that something heavy has been removed. You do feel this right now. So you're going to feel this in the solar plexus. And that solar plexus, that's your identity. A lot of us had to get our identity, realizing our worthiness. You could write, I am worthy in the chat, in the comments today. I am worthy. You lift a hammer because you're worthy. Because in the mainstream world, in the self chatter, you know, you feel like you're not worthy. You feel like you were never alone. And we do feel alone. But there's something happening in the background where you must be separate from a dying world, a society A sick society. Is this society sick? What has been going on in this world in the past few years? Does anyone know what's been going on in the world? Anyone want to comment? You didn't fit in. You were like a ball of love. Okay? But when the empath goes out in the world and you're learning, you're feeling all these things, you're gathering data, you're gathering information, then you come back to your brothers and sisters with the cure, with the answers, with the real life answers, The lone wolf leaves the pack and returns as the sage. Powerful video years ago. Are you a lone wolf? You go about your life that way. And you will also, when it comes to your relationships, you will probably have to, is the only way, connect with someone that's also a lone wolf. All the time. There's no other way. Because those people will, they're controlled by the matrix. Any man that's out there, you will see a very vast difference between women that are with other catty women. They're always constant. They can't do anything by themselves. And then the woman that's out on the beach reading her book alone, walking the beach, finding shells alone. Or the ones that they got to put on Instagram show, and there's 5 of them, and they got to take pictures and stick this to, you know the behavior. You got to stay away from those things. You got to go for the lone wolf. You got to go for people that's not part of this. You understand? Every day, like a person asked me, you go to the beach. I go to the beach alone every day. I shared this the other day. Okay, this is the differentiation. You got to be. You click subscribe. You're ready for the new way of life. You do 1 hour workout, that means you do 1 hour with God. I do it. Every day here. This stuff, this is to operate in this world. That's not this whole world. This internal, which we're getting to the main idea of this frequency, is all that matters. Your soul's got to be. Some people are spiritually lost. And if you're spiritually lost, you throw everything out. If anyone wants to comment about that, go right ahead. You got to be spiritually strong in these days. You got to be spiritually strong in these days. Not weak-minded. You got to be strong-minded. Main video for everyone that has subscribed to this channel. You go to the channel page, boom, right there. Only person you can't afford to lose right now. Who's the only person you can't afford to lose? It's real intense. Who's the only person? All the time. Because it goes to the only reason why you're here in this life. Yourself, right? The chat's blowing up. We got very sharp people here. When I've been through very intense times. I've gone through times where I had to take on the entire world. I had to dig deep. And the whole world could watch you. Let them watch you. Everyone's watched at all times. Akashic Records. Look it up. Watch my video. That's how you live. That's how you walk. You got to walk. You got to command every step that you make. I'm commanding. That's how you have to live now. Can't live small no more. Can't live small no more. Can't do it. Right? Can't do it. In the past couple weeks, you've been through a life review. And on my journey, and I know a lot of the community is experiencing this. So a lot of this has to deal with the subconscious. So this will come in 2 forms. You will have things in your dreams, or what I've actually experienced. I shared the other day. I will have like thoughts upon awakening. I awaken in the morning, in the rising, and all of a sudden I have these thoughts that come. Maybe you had a dream, or you have everyday life happenings, like something has happened, like literally like a situation. And then you could say, wow, I remember, because we kind of forget, it's in the subconscious. I remember this happening to me a few years back, and I was so scared at this time. Wow. Did you go through this? So what this is doing is showing that all of that old life, all those things that you were scared of, It's part of the matrix. It was to contain you. We cannot be contained. We are released. And we have to release ourselves. We have to release because we're actually carrying it within ourselves. Right? Your breakthrough is here. And the breakthrough, right? Because eventually you reach this place and then it's a breakthrough. The breakthrough that you are experiencing can never be taken away. Like a breakthrough, and again, there's things in the world that we finally broke through, but all of those things could be wealth, money, right? Could be a relationship, any one of these things. So something that's new. It's all going to come to this. The breakthrough that every one of us that is tuned in today, and we walk with this breakthrough, is finally embodiment. Embodiment. Nothing beyond that. In life, the true breakthrough is a frequency. Yeah. In life, the true breakthrough that cannot be taken away. And I've used this in my manifestation videos for the community. There's people out there, they win the lotto. I got millions. And they go bankrupt because they never changed their frequency. They never became. They never embodied. So things can happen in your life. These are the band-aids I discussed, the little blips that you have. But for that truthful change, it is a frequency shift. When there's enough activational energy, it now is the time. As we are in the Russell McFerrin event, as we are going through life review and reviewing all the wounds that the light has entered the body, the light is entering, right? Both the micro and the macro. So now, today, we break through. We don't live in fear. We live in embodiment. We're not waiting because we are. And you have to realize this. And I've done this myself. And sometimes that's why people like I have these conversations. And I say, why? Because we just keep going. We just keep going. Just keep going. Everyone's right. Just keep going. And we're very, focused on that. But every once in a while, we have to stop and smell the roses. It's important. Every once in a while, we have to stop and celebrate those small victories. Because on my journey, there was never any massive, it just was consistency. It was consistency. And I hope the whole world hears this right now. This is your lesson. True growth is sustainable alignment. Every time I'm aligned with my work, every time I'm in alignment with people, it's always the answer. That's your true growth. I use the health and wellness examples. There's a lot of people, you could see them in the gym, they want to take the quick fix, and I see them fade over years. True growth is sustainable alignment. And now look at the micro and the macro. I want you to reflect on the world right now. We'll take a second. We'll take a second. And have you realized that this life that the world is living, is this sustainable? Like most people are asleep at the wheel. Is this sustainable to continue for your grandchildren? Anyone want to comment? Is it I want you to focus on today's lesson. True growth is sustainable alignment. Sustainable. When I teach the classes, I'm your consciousness coach. You must hold your attention for a sustained period of time. And when you do this, none of my life, I literally, I'm just sharing with the world, and I have these realizations. I complain because I want to go to the next step. I'm a growth-minded, I always want to grow, want to keep moving forward. So and then I get in that place, but then I stop. I look at the palm tree. I sit upon the balcony. I sit upon the beach. I'm walking. I'm meeting new people all the time. I say, wow. And I put myself. And I say, if I go back to 2019, and there you are in that situation. I go back to the beginning of 2023. I put myself in that situation. And then you realize I've shifted timelines. Then you realized that you've quantum shifted realities. You don't realize, you got to stop every once in a while. Gratitude and appreciation today. Gratitude and appreciation is very important. And I practice this. And again, a lot of people resonate with me because I keep it at 100. I'm just going through this journey like all of you. And I complain. Why isn't this happening? Because it has to happen deep. It has to go real deep. And I like to go real deep. How deep? Well, sometimes when you look at that big tree, right? Growing tall, strong. Sometimes that tree looks like nothing's happening. All the leaves, it looks like it's going to sleep. But underneath the ground, the roots, those roots make it stronger and stronger. And no one sees it. That tree's growing. That tree's getting stronger. And it pulls all its energy inward. It's not putting on a show for the world. It's not up on the main stage. It's not look at all the beautiful flowers. Look at all the beautiful leaves. No, there's something else happening. That's why you have to understand God's seasons. And during this period of time, all the energy's got to be going on the inside. This is not a selfish thing. This is actually part of life. Because some people, you're drained by covert narcissists of the world. Do you know this? I'm waking up the warriors. Warriors. It's time to come out and play because it's just playtime. So, and a lot of what I share are the things that I learned through my everyday life experience. They're not really mistakes. They're just learning, and a lot of us that are empaths, we gave our energy away to people that don't even care about you. Anyone that wants to comment about that, go right ahead. This is for the community, right? It's for the community. You say, wow, I was caring about this person so much, all this, and they didn't even care about you. They don't even care. And it's hard, but it's part of our journey. So what it's doing is putting us into balance, is giving us laser pinpoint accuracy, LPA on this channel, LPA. Click the like button if I'm hitting it out the park with laser pinpoint accuracy. I love when I get the comments like they're on a different, they're like in Australia. I'm feeling all these things too. How do you know my life? Right? Because we're all on this frequency. There are people that are on this frequency of growth, and then they. What was that? Tiny Toons? Water go down the hole. Water go down the hole. Someone has to remember that cartoon. I used to love the cartoonies. Yeah, you could learn a lot from some of these things. Oh, man. If someone remembers that, that would make my day. Life review is really in full effect. All of these and I've been sharing this really strongly in a post-2020 world, because this is, oh, David's in the Philippines. Where are you located? Let us know down below. Lost my train of thought. Sometimes I can't read the chat. No, the life review and you know, going through you know, so many things that have occurred to us and how we leveled up and the changes. Nostalgia was a big thing. We really saw that play out in a 2020 world. The inner child, a big thing. And I've seen this, you know, according to the things that I'm into. You know, certain hobbies that like kind of went away came back because it has this inner child creativity. Okay, I give you the truthful manifestation. Watch my video on the inner child and true manifestation. That's the answer. The inner child. They tell you, you got to grow up. Nah, son, I ain't growing up. I'm just going to be a Toys R Us kid. Whatever happened to Toys R Us? The kids are missing out today. Yeah, those were good days. Yeah, the big giraffe there. No, but this change is really something that is unstoppable. It's the only thing that you could take with you. You can't take things into, you know, and the more you become detached from the Maya, again, we're here to live in abundance. We're going to have all of our needs met, so on and so forth, but you can't take these things with you. But the only thing that you can take from this life is who you become. Who you become. And a lot of us feel this, and you feel yourself when you have this sense something heavy has been removed. You feel like yourself, like you can't hear yourself if you're riddled with anxiety at the workplace, or if you're trapped in a relationship and you have that in your home. And finally, when you actually hear yourself, when your life totally shifts. It's a total shift for your everyday life. Right? Cut the promo. You know, it's been quite a journey, and you know, really, you know, when you focus on appreciation, gratitude, knowing the ups and downs, and I'm here to tell you, you're always going to feel like you got to be strong in the brain, and you have to really focus here, because there's this constant. You know, you go through the thoughts, it try to pulls you back. That's from the previous version of yourself. And that's also why a lot of people disconnected, because a lot of people felt so dense, and you were tired of fake people, and you were tired of being taken advantage of. And now no one could ever take advantage of you, right? Don't apologize. It's time to shine. It's time to come out and play. It's time for life to be sustainable, because it hasn't been sustainable. And this is what true growth is actually about. And all those other things are a byproduct of wealth in the bank. Oh my God, I got millions in the bank account. That is a byproduct of who you become. Look in the mirror, right? You have you got your healthy body up and running. The way you feel is actually the most important thing. You know, if you're not feeling good and so, you know, you're tired to do that, you have so much energy. It is a byproduct of who you become, your frequency, the embodiment of. Right? Like, I'm the embodiment of health and wellness. I'm the embodiment of love and abundance. All of a sudden, all these people start showing up. Sharon Shrum, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. We are leveling up right now. I love that. Yeah, we are leveling up like in the video game. Like getting the mushroom for Super Mario Brothers. Okay. Super Mario Brothers actually teach us about the mycelium network. Cheers to the creators of Super Mario Brothers. And this is, like life has all the answers there. So the more that you, the Legend of Zelda was a tremendous video. I actually saw a post on Facebook the other day, and they say like how the games are now. And like the Legend, if anyone played the original Legend of Zelda, you walk in, they just give you a sword, and you got to figure it out. They gave you a map, and some of the maps in that map that some of them were hidden. You had to figure stuff out. That was a tremendous experience. Life is about experiencing. Life is about these secret codes. And you're able to tap into the real secret codes. BA, BA, up, down, BA, side to side, BA, start. Was that the Nintendo one? I still got it. Someone's got a comment. I still remember it. I think that was for Turtles. Might have been Turtles. I don't remember. All right. I appreciate you too, Wim. I love you, brother. You got to be sharp, Midge. And that, so a lot of what I'm sharing, I'm trying to coach people up. I get the feedback and know that attention spans, memory, very important. You're able to do this when you're so that's the main point of health and wellness. And I share about my journey. When I trained for, bodybuilding competition years ago, one of the greatest things I got from that, because I ate so healthy and clean, I started seeing the bigger picture. Your health, it's not just about your body. It's about your mind, your spirit, the connection. And I see this across the board with the people that I meet, the people that are very in tune with their body and their health. They're actually very deep spiritual people. Janine, thank you so much for the super chat. Love and gratitude, brother, Rainbow Warrior. I love you, Janine. Thank you so much for the super chat. I love you. Appreciate it. I appreciate that, Nicole. Yeah, our gifts are coming in. And a lot of it is the spiritual gifts. The spiritual gifts that you have, the physical parts, the wealth, the relationship, it is a result of embodiment, or the result of the frequency that you're broadcasting, whatever term you would like to use. So now it's time to embrace all of these shifts. A lot of, and Scott, I share this with people. Sometimes people put weight on in the midsection. It's not fat, it's water retention from cortisol, stress. The body's actually trying to protect itself from danger. All right, click subscribe. You'll learn a lot on this channel if you're new. You gotta say no to cortisol. We are saying no to cortisol. And I've shared this. I'm not, you could eat like a sleeve of cookies, and that's actually not as bad as stress. Some of the chemicals in there will cause stress, right? I'm not saying, but just think about that. So we have to rethink our reality, our bodies, our life, and you have a calm nervous system, and then we're able to shift. And I love everyone. Sometimes we can make the healthy nachos and cheese. Very good. I think as the channel explodes, maybe I will incorporate some of the healthy dishes that I prepare. Maybe we'll see. Let me know down below. Yeah, that's a big thing too. Just knowing what is in the food. I spend a lot of time making my own food. That's why you're going to have to find people that are on your frequency. You can't go out to the club and drink alcohol all day, right? You can't go out and, occasionally if you know a restaurant, but a lot of people can't. You don't know what they're putting in the food. And then if you're very, you're actually more sensitive. Like people eat it and they don't feel anything. And if you eat it, it's like, oh my God. And you're down and out so sensitivity is actually a good thing. And what I share with the people, like you touch a hot stove and it's to prevent you from danger. So when your body is reacting, even though it's a negative reaction, it's showing you. It's showing you, what's good for the body, what's not good for the body. And then you also feel this with people. The more tapped in that you get. So then you stay close to the good people and the other ones that Again, this does not happen overnight. This has been a process, and I'm here to guide you on this process as your consciousness coach. You could click subscribe. Feminem, Poet, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the uplifting messages on this channel. I love you so much. It's my honor to do it. I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the community support. Chris Mason 777 writes, bless your food. Just like Jesus Christ did, you could do it as well. And there are scientific experiments where the words spoken to water and the crystals that are formed. And that's a lot of what I do here on this channel. If you're new, we build the bridge, the correlation with the science and the spiritual aspects. And we have a beautiful community here. So grateful if you could click the like button today, click subscribe. I appreciate that. And you'll get the notification every day we're on and we're improving, our life. And these are the standards that we have, the embodiment of. Not every day is perfect. Some days we have to crawl. But if we constantly become at least 1% better every single day in a year, and then years compounded, that's why people they won't even recognize you. That's why you're in a totally different world. It's a totally different reality. It's a truthful, authentic timeline jump, a quantum shift. And this is what it actually looks like. I'm so grateful for the community. Check out yesterday's video on the Russell McFerrin event because we're in it right now. It's very good. It's going to help you a lot. Make the most of this time. Leave a comment down below. And I love you all. And I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys. This is a breakthrough of your life. I love you. Check out the videos. Keep going, kid.